Hi, I'm Steve Collins, and we're going to talk about our universal press breaker today. Let me have Blue come on offense here, and I think we're going to do our regular press break first. So give me a blue right here, give me a blue right here, give me a blue at half court and another blue at half court. Give me the whites matching up, playing man-to-man. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through a handful of our what I call universal press breaks. These will work both against man and zone. Doesn't matter. For the sake of this, we're just going to do it against man, just so I don't have to go through and teach them a diamond in one or a 2-2-1 or anything like that. So we're gonna walk through these press breaks versus the man-to-man. A good press break makes the team that's pressing you pay. Okay, I'll give you a couple later on in this hour that will really make teams pay. But you want to be able to get the ball in. You want to be able to look up the court. Okay, especially with young kids, they panic and they don't want to turn and look up. Okay, usually there's somebody from a team that presses. There's usually somebody open. If they don't panic, and there's usually somebody wide open. So we really emphasize that a lot as far as turning and looking up the court. Okay, you have a lot of time when you catch a basketball. So if somebody gives me a ball, all right, and I have the ball, the 5 counts starting, right? 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. I put it on the floor. What happens? It starts over. 1001, 1002, I'm still dribbling, 1003, 1004, I pick it back up, what happens? Starts over again. So, so think of all that. You get 4 seconds, then you get another 4 seconds, and then you get 5 seconds. All right? Last time I checked, that's 13 seconds. That's a lot of time. So, when we talk about breaking a press, we talk about a couple things. We talk about catching the ball first and not putting it on the floor. Using the dribble as your release or starting the clock over again. And then if you're really freaked out, you can always pick it back up, and then you can always take a timeout if you need to. So you have 13 seconds before you really need to freak out. The first week of practice, someone will throw the ball off the bleachers, and I'll stop and I'll have to explain to them, you have a lot of time, okay? You got 10 seconds obviously to get to half court. You still have a lot of time to break the press, okay? And especially in the half court, if you're being trapped there, don't panic. Just don't put the ball on the floor right away. So, all these press breaks will work versus a zone and versus a man. I think, just like I'm going to talk about later, I'm going to talk about out-of-bounds plays. I think a good press break will work against both. I think a good out-of-bounds plays will work against both. That way you don't have to have, this is my man press break, this is my zone press break. Here's what we're going to run when we play this team, period. Okay? And, that it will work. So I'm going to show you some different ones, and a lot of it depends on personnel. They'll all really work well.